Hey, Dani Johnson here. I have two kind of exciting things to talk to you about. And I couldn't wait until tomorrow or to another day because I just have to share it. Okay, so we have had an awesome, first of all, there's two things, which I already said. One could be incredibly beneficial for you. The other, I'm hoping that you will help me to congratulate someone that's like really super special to us internally. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping that you can help me shower like a lot of appreciation and acknowledgement and honor and respect to a certain individual who has been such an incredible man, a part of our team. And the other side of it is that as you watch tonight this video, however long that you and I are going to be on here together, as you watch this, it's an opportunity also to learn some business stuff and maybe to learn a couple of strategies kind of indirectly. You might pick it up just based on the conversation that we're going to have, and it might be a complete answer to what maybe a need is that you have. You might be facing something right this minute that you don't know how to handle, and maybe this conversation is going to be able to help you with that. So anyway, we have a lot of really super exciting things going on with our company, which is called Destiny Global. You might know the company as DaniJohnson.com. And Destiny Global right now is going through some awesome growth spurts, and there's a whole lot of stuff that is happening on the outskirts and internally that are coming at us that are just, it's just wild. I mean, the year has taken off to a place that is like super nuts. So anyway, so the exciting thing that I hope that you can help me congratulate somebody on is that there was a man that I had, that we had known, my husband and I had gone to church with, and his name is Joseph. And when Joseph first came to us, he was one who, he and his wife both, they just have such a love for people and such a heart for serving. These were the guys that ran our church's food pantry. You know what I mean? They love to serve the homeless. They love to serve the elderly. I mean, their hearts are just incredible, right? They're amazing parents. They homeschooled their kids. So anyway, just Joseph was just someone that I so respected, and we went to church. We had kids around the same ages. Actually, our kids are the same ages. Anyway, so this is so amazing. So he contacts us, and he contacts a friend of ours and says, "Hey, do you think that Dani and Hans would ever like take my resume and consider me for a position?" And we're like, "Man, we should." Our business at that time was in a barn. All right, it was in our barn that we had outfitted to be an office, and we outgrew it like within a few months, and we were out of there. So anyway, and he worked for a great company. He had the 401k, he had insurance, he had all this other stuff. He had a great opportunity with this bigger company. And so, when I saw that resume, I'm like, wow, like that would be incredible to work with somebody like Joseph. So we did his interview actually at Starbucks. So I'm like, yeah, come to the barn. We'll interview you there. At that time, we only had two employees, one part-time, one full-time. And then of course my husband and I, who in the beginning when you're starting a business, there's not necessarily profit in that business for you. And so in fact, my husband and I did not have a salary at all for a year and a half. So all the money that was made of that business, and it was a publishing company, was just put right back into the business. So we had other sources of income to take care of our needs, which always, by the way, is a great position to start a business in. Very different than when I was homeless 25 years ago starting a business, right? I had nothing and I needed to make money to eat and to hopefully get into an apartment, that because I was homeless. And so it's so much better I'm saying it's easier to start a business when you have other sources of income coming in, and that the business that you're starting is not it has to be the livelihood to, put food on the table for your 3 babies or your 5 babies in our case. So anyway, so when we started, we had other sources of income, so we could totally afford to just reinvest into our business. And I encourage you to do that. If you have a business on the side that you've started, that you continue to reinvest. It's an important thing to do. Okay, so I'm getting to the point. So I meet Joseph at Starbucks, and I don't drink Starbucks. I don't think he did either. But we have this interview, and I ask him a closing question. I'm sorry, not a closing question, but I asked him a question to kind of get to know him. And if you've been a part of any of our communication training, like our core profit skills or our core rapport methodology that you can find inside of Unlimited Success, it's a whole training series for business and communication and making more money. Anyway, so one of the things I talk about there is to get them to talk about themselves. So I'm interviewing him, and the question I say is, what do you like most about your job? And he says, the security. And I must have, my brown eyes must have like got this big, right? They had to have like gotten enormous and covered my entire face, because I'm like, we were like, I don't know, a year old at that point. We're in the barn. We just know, our business is nothing but a faith walk at this point, and we have no idea if it's going to grow or, work, or we might shut the doors tomorrow. It might continue to grow. So I must have had a look on my face like, uh-oh, well, this ain't going anywhere, buddy, because there ain't no security in this at all. We have no idea if we'll be in business tomorrow. So he says to me, but Dani, don't let that distract you. I will do anything to be a part of this. I will do anything. I will scrub floors. I will take out the trash. I will, scrub toilets. I will rake the leaves. I will do anything, whatever it is that is necessary. I just have to be a part of this. So that started our relationship with Joseph, and we needed help with somebody in bookkeeping at the time. And so that's what he started doing, and anything else that he could do. And he was amazing on the phone. He was just a precious man. Well, I'm so happy to announce and so excited, and I want you to help congratulate this man for us. Today, he brought in a letter, and in the letter at the top, it says 11th anniversary. It's been 11 years since he has been a part of us and been a part of the accounting department, and the most trustworthy man, so diligent, so precious, has given it his absolute best. He has spent nearly 40 years working in some kind of accounting role, bookkeeping role. Started out with the ledgers, the green ledgers that if you've been around as long as some of us have, you know exactly what that is. So anyway, he today, I'm so excited for him. He today gave us this letter, and it had, celebrating, my 11th year anniversary, and I am retiring. So we are so excited for him. And when I talked to him on the phone, he says, Dani, he goes, I was just with my aunt as she was dying in a home. And he says, I was watching, the people serving peas and, doing dishes and helping the elderly. And he said, I sat there and I thought, man, that would be so fun. It would be so awesome and so easy. And he's like such a servant. He and his wife both are just such servants. They're amazing people. And they have such a heart for helping, for serving people. And so he's like, the thought of doing something like that would be amazing. He's like, I am ready to retire from accounting and human resources and all of that stuff. And so I wish you could have heard him on the phone, because he was so giddy. He was so, I don't know, you could just hear the dream inside of him. And he has served so faithfully for so long. And to see him come alive with this understanding for himself, first of all, he's been wise with money, smart with money, so that he can be in that position at his age to retire from a very lucrative position that he's been in. And so for him to just sit there and go, I want to serve. That's all I want to do. I don't want to do numbers anymore. I don't want to do paperwork anymore. I don't want to do tax stuff anymore. I don't want to do any of that stuff anymore. I just want to serve. So we are so excited. So here's part 2 of the announcement. Number 1, help me please congratulate Joseph for this beautiful step in this direction. April, I think 15th is going to be his last day. And we're going to have a party for this guy. I mean, we're going to throw a raging party for such an amazing, outstanding, phenomenal man that he has been. So you have to understand that the whole company, right, rides on, accounting, right? Like you have to have that thing right and functioning, and you have to have someone that you trust in that place. And we have trusted him, and he has never failed us. He's amazing. So I don't know, send a card, something, send it to the office. You can find that on our website at DaniJohnson.com or even DestinyGlobal.com. It all goes to the same place. But just bless him, Joseph Heisinger. I want to see us bless him greatly. So part 2 is this. This creates an amazing opportunity for somebody. And I'm so excited, because I know that the person is already picked. I know that my God, the God that we serve, if we're serving the same God, that person has already been handpicked and already has the skills and a love for what we do, a love for the poor. Because if you've been around us for any bit of time, you know that as the owner, I don't take the salary. Yes, a check is written, the minimum salary that the government requires for me to take, but it doesn't even enter my bank accounts. It goes straight to the foundation that I have the most trust in, that is not crooked, that I see the books for, that I'm making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And 100% of the donations go directly to taking care of the poor, like the actual food that's being bought, or the materials that's building them a house, or the education for the orphans, or taking care of the elderly and helping them in their retirement. So Anyway, so 100% of my salary, which is $50,000 a year, goes straight to the poor, doesn't enter into my personal bank accounts, and I don't take any profits from the business at all. So I'm really looking for somebody that loves people, but they are really proficient. And this is really important. So you might be an answer to a prayer for somebody. You could be the one we're looking for, or you might know the person that we're looking for. So here's what it is. We need somebody to step right into Joseph's position. So we have an accounting position available immediately. And that person has got to be proficient in a number of different ways. And we're looking for someone that's like even smarter than any of us is what we're looking for. And so here's what it is. They're gonna do HR. They have to be proficient in all administrative stuff, accounting. We have just switched over to QuickBooks Online, so QBO. They have to be proficient in QBO. We're not looking for someone that needs to learn how to do it. We need someone that knows how to do it. Cost accounting is very, very important for us. Someone that's got some experience with taxes, tax preparation, things like that. This person's obviously going to be working with our CPAs, but they have to understand how all of that kind of thing gels and works. Obviously need to be proficient in Excel. We're not looking for someone who is a hacker in Excel. I want the best. I want somebody that is just incredibly efficient and diligent and understands these programs, not someone that has to learn these programs. They have to understand standard office applications, obviously with accounting. You have to be, computer literate, obviously. We also really want, and we're praying for someone that is an optimizer, that they can identify inefficiencies and fix them. Somebody that understands process optimizations, they want to improve systems, they want to improve procedures, and write SOPs, standard operating procedures, as well as follow those standard operating procedures. I just know that there is somebody out there right now that has this kind of experience, and they would die to be able to work with an organization that isn't about making the owner rich, but it is about taking care of people who cannot take care of themselves. So destinyglobal.com. Our company is a publishing company that produces adult education materials. We help people with their business. We help people with money. We have helped hundreds of thousands from all over the world pay off tens of millions of dollars worth of debt. So every single dime that's being counted in the accounting department, lives are being changed. Okay, this isn't like selling water or selling computers. We're talking. This is saving families. This is helping marriages. This is helping kids get off of drugs and off of the streets. I mean, everything that we do is helping to transform businesses and families at the same time. So whether it's somebody from the employee side that's learning how to grow in their skill set and get better promotions and things like that, or helping people with their spiritual life, that's what we do. And so it's not just numbers and dollars and cents. It's not just all of this incredibly beautiful skill set. This person will probably be of my favorite people in the entire office because I love efficiency and I love when people can actually give real solid numbers that, wow, they add up and things balance and it all works. Concept. Amazing. Anyway, so if you know anybody, please let us know. Please let us know. You can call our office, which is 866-760-8255. Again, that's 866-760-8255. Our website, again, destinyglobal.com or dannyjohnson.com. And send us an email. You can drop in an email there. You can see our client services. You can say, contact us, contact us. If you've got a resume ready to go right now, we'd love to interview. And by the way, I'm going to answer this question. Yes, this is obviously on site at the Destiny Global headquarters, which our operations office is in Texas. So we're about an hour outside of San Antonio, Texas. So yes, it is in Texas, and it's not in Kansas. It's not in Missouri. It's not in, forget about it. It's not anywhere else. This is a on-site position. And we want the best that we can possibly get. And you will have the opportunity to work with an awesome team of people. People who are positive, people who are mission-minded, people who believe in honor, people who are advocates for each other. They're advocates for each other. They're team players. They're advocates for our clients, which are hundreds of thousands from all over the world. Advocates for good messaging and wholesome values. We believe in honor. We believe in being an advocate. We believe and learning and continuously growing in our learning, inspiring people to be better than who they are, and we produce results for each other and for our clients. And so those are our values, and our mission is equipping you to succeed in business wildly in the marketplace, is to equip you in business, money, and relationships so that you can live the uncommon life, and all the profits go to helping those who are forsaken. We are freeing girls and boys out of the sex trade. We are building homes for the extreme poor. We're bringing in water supply for over 500,000 people a month. We are helping 10,000 to feed 10,000 orphans every single month. Are you with me? This is a mission. This is a mission. This is a mission. This is a mission. And we are very spiritual minded, certainly not very religious, as you can probably tell just from this conversation we're having right now. I'm talking about stiff-necked, boring, churchy religious. I'm talking real people. We're just real people. So if you know anyone that loves numbers, you know anyone that is looking for a mission and a purpose for their life, this is it. So please call them now. You can even have them watch this video as soon as we're done. You can watch it on repeat. But we would love for you to join our team here in Texas, near San Antonio. So about an hour from San Antonio. I'm not telling you where until we find out where you are and if you're serious. So again, got to be proficient in these things. We are not messing around with hackers. We are not messing around with people who want to learn. We are looking for someone that already knows how to do the deal and get the job done, and get it done efficiently, effectively, and that you're honorable, you're respectful. And by the way, don't even think about submitting a resume where you're not going to have some references. Give us the references up front, because we're going to call them, and we want to know how people sing your song. How do people feel about you? What was it like for them to work with you? We want to know. So anyway, and by the way, there's a full benefits package. Obviously, it will be an absolute salary that fits the job requirements. And if you come from the accounting world, you know what that looks like. And I'm also looking for someone that wants to see themselves developing into a CFO, because where Destiny Global is going, we will absolutely be having a CFO, and the kind of growth that we are on track to handle, especially with all these different things that are happening all around us right now, as well as the vision for Destiny Global that maybe if you come to join us at First Step Success, you might be able to hear. But there's a great future here with Destiny Global. So anyway, I guess it's going to be a first come, first serve on those resumes. So I hope to hear from you soon. And I hope that maybe you learned something from this. You've got someone to honor in your office. Make sure you honor them. And Joseph deserves the utmost amount of honor and respect from every one of us. If you've been a client for a really long time, Joseph was one of the behind the scenes guys that worked his tail off for you. Without him, the company would not have existed and not have had success the way that it did. And now we have the opportunity to go to a whole nother level. So let's give honor where honor is due. And you might want to think about who you should be honoring inside of your office, inside of your team, or inside your family. But let's just pour it on Joseph, and let's start rallying. Think about who do you know that would love an amazing opportunity to work with an awesome group of people on an incredible mission. So God bless you. I hope that you're having an awesome night. I'm going to go snuggle with my amazing, brilliant husband, who I really believe has 7 brains, and he blows my mind with how brilliant he is. Yeah. So that's it. All right. God bless you. Have an awesome night. Bye.